guys, kumusta kayo? Welcome back to my channels. And now we are here in Singapore Discovery Center. Samahan niyo ako para explore tong lugar na to and sana mag-enjoy kayo today. Okay, let's start.
So when you're inside, right, you'll be watching a 10-minute show, and then after the 10-minute show, you will hear a loud siren.
Here.
Yeah, or inside.
Okay, it's included, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after you watch the 10-minute show, you will hear a loud siren, then just walk straight and turn right, and then you'll be at the Endearing's cast of 4 exhibits. So you just walk one round, and then you'll see a black curtain.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you just walk through the rest of the upper gallery, then you will see a ramp down, then you just go down to the lower gallery where there's a lot of games for you to play. So there's not just this lah, but you need to walk further inside.
Okay, if I want to walk only just to browse inside, it's no problem, right? They have a sign there to I need to follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will see a curtain, you can just walk through.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you.
In the beginning, there is just a tiny island without a name, a jewel of green in the midst of swirling seas. When men arrive, they call it Pulau Ujung, the island at the end, and then Temasek, or Sea Town, because of the small trading outpost that takes root here. But how does it become a kingdom, famous for its 5 kings? Some say it begins with a prince fleeing from his enemies. But no one really knows where the myth ends and where history begins. The prince arrives on an island with pristine white sands and finds a majestic beast roaming its jungles. Surely this place deserves a new name, just as glorious and majestic. And that is how he comes to name it Singapura, or Lion City. He is Sangnila Utama, the first king of the Kingdom of Singapura. Sri Wickremawira takes over the throne from his father in 1347. The flourishing Kingdom of Singapura draws the attention of the powerful Majapahit Empire from Java, who sends an envoy to demand its submission. Sri Wickremawira refuses, and the furious Majapahit king orders an attack on Singapura. But the attempt fails, and the Javanese are driven off. In 1362, Sri Wickremawira's son, Sri Rama Vikrama, takes over the throne. According to legend, a supernaturally strong man, Bada, enters his court. He competes in a challenge to lift a heavy stone in a show of strength. And not only does he lift the stone, he flings it all the way to the mouth of the Singapore River. It is believed that a fragment of this fabled stone endures to this day, better known as the Singapore Stone, one of our country's national treasures. The next king in line is Sri Maharaja, who takes over in 1375. During his reign, legend has it that the Toda, or swordfish, attack and ravage the coast of Singapura. A young boy, Hang Nadin, comes up with the idea of using banana trunks to trap the Toda when they leap out of the water. The jealous king, threatened by the boy's intelligence, eventually orders him to be killed. The last king of Singapura is Parameswara, originally a prince from Palembang. After a failed uprising, he flees to Singapura with his supporters, a group of Orang Laut, or sea people. Parameswara is warmly welcomed by the local ruler, Sang Aji, a Siamese vassal. However, he betrays his host by assassinating him and usurping the throne. The murder of Sang Aji angers the Siamese, who invade Singapura, leading to the fall of the Kingdom of Singapura in 1399. Just like that, the winds shift, as Parameswara flees north and finds refuge in Malacca. There, he found the Malacca Sultanate, which grows to become a major trading hub by the early 1400s. Flourishing maritime trade with China and strong demand for spices from the West herald the age of commerce in Southeast Asia, and Singapura becomes a naval base for the newly established Malacca Sultanate, with the fearless Orang Laut warriors forming the backbone of the naval force. As the 15th century draws to a close, the Portuguese open up the first direct maritime trade route from Europe to Asia, and as they expand their empire, their gaze falls upon Malacca. In 1511, the Portuguese attack and capture Malacca, leaving Singapore as one of the bases from which the Sultanate launches attacks on the Portuguese. After many failed attempts, the Sultanate re-establishes its capital along the Johor River, becoming the Johor Sultanate. And Singapore takes on a new role as a trading outpost for Johor's riverine economy. By the end of the 16th century, another Western power sweeps into the region as the Dutch challenge the Portuguese over control of the spice trade and attack the Portuguese trade ship Santa Catarina in 1603 off the coast of Singapore. The region turns into a hotspot for conflict as alliances shift and break. The Portuguese and Johor Sultanate forge a peace agreement in 1610, but this peace is short-lived. Their violence angers the Achinese, who attack and burn down Singapura in retaliation, leaving it in ruins. And Singapore sinks into obscurity as the Malay archipelago becomes an arena for European contestation over the next 200 years. In 1805, a 23-year-old officer from the British East India Company is sent to Penang to serve as the Assistant Secretary for its new government. His name is Thomas Stamford Raffles. By 1818, Raffles has become the Lieutenant Governor of Bencoolen and is concerned over Dutch dominance in the region. Accompanied by Major William Farquhar, the resident of Malacca, Raffles leads an expedition to find a suitable location near the southern end of the strait for a British port. The expedition reaches Singapore, docking in its waters off St. John's Island in January 1819. On 6th February 1819, Raffles signs a treaty with the Temenggong and Tunku Hussein Shah, which allows the British East India Company to establish a trading post in Singapore. When Raffles first arrives, there are already hundreds of indigenous Malays and Orang Laut living here, and many more soon make their way to Singapore from the region. The establishment of a free port in Singapore draws an influx of migrants in search of new opportunities. They bring their heritage, language and lifestyle practices with them, turning Singapore into a vibrant and culturally diverse trading hub. From coolies to merchants, from convict laborers to philanthropists, these enterprising pioneers lay the foundations for modern-day Singapore. However, as the population surges, living conditions become overcrowded and rife with diseases. Impoverished laborers turn to opium and gambling for solace, and secret societies grow in power. Crime and violence mar the young colony. As the 20th century unfolds, investment in education and public health gradually raises the overall standard of living in Singapore. With increasing affluence, a new middle class emerges. More English-educated locals take on leadership roles in government and society. The people in Singapore are starting to take their destiny into their own hands. However, storm clouds are gathering around this vulnerable island. Just as powerful forces around the world shaped its history, the winds of change will soon engulf Singapore again.
Hello guys, we finished the history of Singapore, so now we will browse this gallery. Ayan guys, ito na naman po tayo at nagsosolo. Actually no visitor here now, that's mostly, so I just surrounding here inside and I want to look what is all the things here. Hi guys. So, meron lang akong advice pag pupunta kayo ng Singapore Discovery Center. You should have not alone, should be have someone. So because if you want to try some rides here or some adventure, it should be minimum of 2. So it's a bad shot because I'm alone. Okay, we will explore still. Okay guys, we will go to Sapi Pasto. Guys, currently we are waiting for the bus so that we hope at 3 o'clock we will depart from here. So yes, we are waiting for it.
It's just annoying. I won't sit there. Why? 食入黑色度睇唔到嘛，阻住你嘛。我係直情唔想睇咯，所以我睇錯咗。
Alright, hi everyone, a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to the Safety Bus Tour. Now my name is Michelle, I'll be your guide for this tour. Just a few things to take note of. Okay, this is a Safety MI introductory tour. Okay, just to show you a little bit. Oh, we have our executive director coming on board. Hi Edie.
Hi, sir. Hi.
Okay, so this is just a Safety MI introductory tour. The tour took about 30 to 45 minutes long. And if weather is good, we'll have a disembarking tour of about 5 to 10 minutes lah. Okay, so as you are entering the compounds of Safety MI, strictly no photography and videography inside. Right, while you're on the bus, please stay seated for your own safety and strictly no food and drink. Okay, is everyone good? Right, nice. Okay, so we have just entered the compounds of Safety MI. Now, Safety MI stands for Singapore Armed Forces Training Institute Military Institute. Now, Safety MI is designed in a triangular shape to actually represent the tri-service nature of the institute. So the tri-services being the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Now, in 1982, our late Minister Mentor, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, mooted the idea of housing all the officers training for the Army, Navy, and Air Force at one location. So this brings together the tri-services, again, the Army, Navy, and Air Force, through 3 levels of training: the Officer Cadet School, the SF Advanced Schools, and the Go King Swee Command and Staff College. Now, this is in line with SAFTI's mission to forge common bonds and to build an integrated SAF. Now, Safety MI was officially opened by our then Prime Minister, now retired Emeritus Senior Minister, Mr. Goh Chok Tong, on the 25th of August, 1995. Now, Safety used to be an open concept camp in the past where people could just enter and visit. Due to security threats and issues over the years, it is now not. And discipline to the visitors. Okay, if you look to your right, you will see a red tentage with 2 of our regimental police. We call them the RPs. So usually there are 2 RPs who will be manning this main entry, and they are holding on to the SAR-21 weapon, which is the Singapore Assault Rifle 21st Century. Now, as we go along this tour, if you look out for any Safety personnel, officers or cadets, you can actually just wave at them. Yeah, if they happen to see you, they'll wave back at you. So I think they are looking at you right now. Okay. Yeah, so okay, you can look out on your left. Now, if you see on your left, right, you would see this big sculpture. Okay, now this is by the artist called Jurong. It is titled Overcoming Adversities. Now, it's bronze casted in Tasmania, Australia, and it's one of
Này,
佢講，你睇下佢寫咩？
唔係啊，呢個啊，佢同
嗯？
landmine。
Because this is the area where we actually held the traditions and ceremonies such as the initiation ceremony held at the break of dawn. Now, what goes on in an initiation ceremony? So the senior officers, right, when cadets will pass the torch to the junior cadets, symbolizing the passing of new traditions and knowledge, right? And if you actually step forward, you can see the floor is made out of polished Italian black granite. But now you're looking at the Safti MI Tower. Okay, it's the most prominent landmark of Safti MI. It is standing at 60 meters. So what do they see when they go up there? Now from the north view, they see the high-rise residential and office buildings representing our homeland. From the east view, they see the Jurong Industrial Estate representing our economy. And from the west view, they see the Straits of Malacca representing our territory. Right now, if you look at the top of the tower, can everyone see two lions? Right? Now these are the Merdeka lions. Now Merdeka is a Malay word for independence. They were once situated at each ends of the Merdeka Bridge in the 1950s at Talang. However, due to the widening of Nicol Highway, they were shifted around and finally placed here. Now the Merdeka lions actually represent strength, courage and excellence. Okay, now you can see the lions are not facing directly towards us, correct? They are facing towards the parade square. As though saluting our officers as they are positioned. Right? Now if you just take a look at the parade square, and we are the current we have the AMX 13 tank representing the army. Right next to the AMX 13 tank, we have the
Hi guys, ang inyong idol nagbabalik. So we are done for the Singapore Discovery Center tour, and you will see that guys, mapapansin nyo dito, makikita nyo doon sa shelter na dinadaanan natin. It's covered by solar panel. So guys, kung gusto niyo pumunta dito sa Singapore Discovery Centers, just ride a train. You will go down in Yukon train station and just walk 7 minutes to Singapore Discovery. Okay? Once again guys, see you in our next tour. Then I hope you enjoy it, because suddenly there is inside the Singapore Discovery Center there is a military school, so that limited only the videography and photography, so that I take only some shot that they allow. Okay, please subscribe to my channel and hope you see you soon.